Well, good afternoon and welcome back to Pyne and Marles here on Sky News Live. It's 1 o'clock on Friday, the 5th of August. Richard and I have had a long break from being on Sky News Live since the election, and this is our first show back in our new time slot. So it's great to be with you. I hope that you're going to stay tuned and enjoy talking about politics with Richard and I, where we get to talk directly to you without journalist filter. So welcome back, Richard. It's great to be with you again.
Well, good to be with you, Christopher, and nice to be on this side of the election, having survived, both of us being re-elected. That's always a good feeling as a politician. Have you had any time to recover since the 2nd of July?
Well, this is my 9th election, Richard, so I feel like the cat with 9 lives. I've survived again, and we'll all be traipsing back to Canberra on the 30th of August and being sworn in. It's just that we'll be on the right side of the House and you'll be on the wrong side. I had a couple of weeks break straight after the election when all the counting was going on. It's a mad time if you don't take a break. You know, what else will you be doing besides taking down posters? So, yeah, I did have a good break. Did you get the chance to unwind a bit with the family?
Oh, a little bit, and it's probably a quieter time now, which I'm very grateful for, having spent a very long period on the campaign trail, as of course you did. And who would have guessed that I now find myself shadowing you in your new portfolio and my new portfolio?
Well, it's because of the Pyne and Marles show. I think they want to keep us together in everything from now on. This has been such a great ratings bonanza that I think they're hoping that we can bring about the same outcome for defence industry and defence in the next 3 years. So I'm looking forward to it.
Well, I'm looking forward to keeping you on your toes. But and one thing we must agree on: never again an 8-week election in the middle of winter. It was absolutely miserable. Well, look, today we are going to talk a bit about the election. The results are now in with the Senate and what that all now means. We're going to have a talk about what will come up in this next term of government. And it's been a busy few weeks over in the States around the US election. We're going to have a chat about that as well. Our guest today is David Kalish, the Australian statistician. Of course, next Tuesday, August the 9th, is census night. And we're going to talk to David about the census and what it all means. But first of all, Christopher, the news today, what have you got for us?
Well, it's quite busy, the news, of course. We've got Kevin Rudd, but the less said about him, I think, the better. Bank accountability and the fact that we are bringing the banks before the parliamentary committees at least once a year to hold them to account. And, of course, the Olympics opening ceremony is tomorrow. So the whole of Australia will be glued to the Olympics, where we hope to do well in Rio. They've got off to a bit of a rocky start in terms of the preparedness of Rio for the Olympics, but let's hope they're all safe and healthy at the end of this next few weeks.
Well, we did speak about Kevin Rudd last week, but on the banks, Christopher, I think what we've seen from them in response to the interest rate cut during the week has been completely hopeless, and indeed the Prime Minister himself has made